Fred, you hear us? I can't hear you. All right, and we are live. But then let me just get us going. You know what I'm doing? I'm confusing everything right now. All right, E, and it's a go.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Gamerish Group Pod Live, episode 22. I am Eric, also known as BG, and I'll be doing the first part of this, which is the entertainment part of the show. And as always, we have some other people from the Gamerish Group. So I'm going to introduce everyone, and then let me know what you've been playing this week, as we always start the show this way. So Felice, we'll start with you. Say hello, and what have you been playing this week?
Hi. Actually, I've been sucked into social media playing the Among Us game. Mostly trying to get off of that with a passion, but the memes just keep me pulling me back in. But other than that, recently I've started playing the Mario 35th anniversary. That was today, and prior to that, the Kirby. There's a free Kirby game actually on Switch. I don't remember paying for it, but I know the sequel's coming out soon for $20. It's like Kirby Battle. Yeah. I love that game, so I'm playing those.
Well, someone actually likes that shit.
Don't laugh. It feels like no. It's a good game. It feels like Mario graphics, and like, but it's Kirby, but it's like fighting. It's weird. And I know you didn't. I'm not sure if you asked, but this is my shirt on purpose because we're gonna talk about Marvel. Samuel Jackson.
Nice. Dre, say what's up. What have you been playing?
What's up, people? Brawler here. What I've been playing, you guys know I play a lot, but I'm gonna keep it down to the basic stuff. Also, Among Us. That's like game of the week right now. Also been getting into Left 4 Dead 2 ever since that update came out last week on Steam. Actually re-downloaded the Old Republic, the MMO Star Wars, and started that over, and that's been a joy. I forgot how much I loved that fucking game. And Spiritfarer still in that, and Avengers mainly, and Rocket League, all those and more. But I'm keeping it short this week.
Yeah. And joining us this week is Freddie. Freddie, say what's up, and what have you been playing this week?
Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
All right, good. I'm playing actually Among Us. I didn't think I would like it as much as I did. I think I got my wife to play it. I think that was surprising. I'm like, she would never like this, but she was playing it, so that was pretty cool. I've been playing 2K, mostly just my routine of like 2K, Smite. I don't know if people know that game that is, but I'm like obsessed with that shit.
Routine.
Yeah, this thing's to my routine. Keep it going. Looking forward to some new games though.
Right.
I gotta get into this Among Us. You can play on the phone, right, as well?
Yes, it's free on the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta download that shit. As for me, I am playing Skyrim still, but I finished the main missions, and currently I'm using mods because I was kind of tired of just playing that game without mods.
Would have loved to hear that.
Yeah, well, actually, I'm using one of Mike's mods that he found called the Cheat Room, and it literally has everything. So it's pretty dope. And I'm still posting those videos of me playing Skyrim straightforward without any mods. All right, before I get into news, I just wanted to tell everyone that, because we are going live, we're taking all your comments on YouTube. So we'll be reading them on the air if you tend to comment.
Any questions or comments?
Yeah, questions or comments. So the first thing I wanted to bring up was the most recent news, which was actually today. And that's Jamie Foxx is looking to return, or is in talks to return as Electro in Spider-Man 3. So there's no real, not too many details. In fact, Marvel wouldn't respond to any of the news outlets, who did articles about this. The movie's supposed to come out December 17th, 2021. They haven't started filming yet, but the articles are saying that it's just another step of them merging all their Spider-Man movies together because J.K. Simmons is back as J. Jonah Jameson, who will be in the new movie as well. But I am not happy about this at all. Jamie Foxx played Electro in Amazing Spider-Man 2, which was not a good movie. And he was, in my opinion, one of the worst parts of that movie. Not just because of his acting, but just the character just was not great. It was like a ripoff of the Riddler from Batman Forever. But what do you guys think? Are you looking forward to this? Felice, we'll start with you. What do you think of this casting if it happens?
Realistically, I'd have to rewatch the movie, but what I remember from it is being very heartbroken. I love Jimmy Fox. Realistically, he's amazing, but it didn't fit right with me. I mean, he didn't do a bad job necessarily. I just think he wasn't the right person for the role.
Right.
He's an amazing actor, but it felt forced. Like he was trying to be this like really scared person that had power all of a sudden, So it was just too much. And recasting him, well, not recasting him, putting him in this next film or this next venture is just like, why? I mean, did you see the reviews for the last Spider-Man? Not just, I mean, no spoilers at this point because it's out for a while, right? But beyond the fact of the love interest dying horribly in that, was it elevator shaft or whatever?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, which broke my heart because it was like he missed her. But like it just didn't sit well with me. Like it wasn't that good for me.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I think there were a lot of elements that didn't work. And I don't think Jamie Foxx is a terrible actor. I do agree that maybe he was miscast, but it wasn't really his fault more than it was just it just wasn't a good character. I don't think anyone could have played that character off well. Freddie, what do you think when you heard this?
I was just gonna say, I think the problem was, it's Jamie Foxx. We like him, So like to make him a villain, it's Jamie Foxx. Whatever you put him in, you see Jamie Foxx. Certain characters you just see that guy's face. So I think he's just up against that, and it being Jamie Foxx, not being more of a well-known villain in Spider-Man, I think that hurt people. It's like people who know Spider-Man knows, who those characters are. But for somebody who's more casual, they might not know who this guy is. Similar to like Mysterio in the new one. Well, like I know who Mysterio is. I think he's a pretty cool character. But like the mainstream people who just know Spider-Man, Green Goblin, they don't know who these people are. So I think that it was like not main character villain wise, and it's Jamie Foxx. I think maybe Jamie Foxx could have been like Miles Morales' like uncle, kind of like that character, or somebody like we're rooting for and introducing the new Spider-Man, kind of being like new guy, But they had Childish Gambino for that in the new Spider-Man. So I think it's just the character and it's Jamie Foxx. I love him though.
I mean, yeah, it wasn't. See, my problem with this is if they bring him into the new movie, it sounds like they're going to bring the same exact character, which doesn't make sense because it didn't work the first time. And then if you're just going to retool the character but with the same actor, what's the point of having the same actor then? You could just give it to somebody else. But Dre, what do you have an opinion on everything. What do you think about this?
Yeah, it's funny you bring that up because after I was reading the article, they were talking about that most people are saying if they're bringing him back, they want him to have a costume change. They didn't like how they portrayed the character. And I guess if they do him again, they could say he's from another universe version of him that's not him, and like give him that other costume that he has in the cartoons and shit. They could do it, even though I think he'll probably look a little funny in that costume, but they could put their own twist on it. I think it'll be good if they're doing a Spider-Verse movie. I think it's good just for that. But I think that if they want to bring, I think he probably called them and been like, "Yo, if you guys are doing Sinister Six, please bring me back." Like that could be the idea that they're gonna do the Sinister Six and it'll be good. Like, what if we get? Octavius from the original Spider-Man. Tobey Maguire is Octavius, you know, and like but we didn't like it, but it'll
I
be
liked it. That was my favorite
It was
movie.
good.
you
That's
know,
the best Spider-Man
but
movie.
it had the place with me, so because I guess I was so damn young when that shit came out, but if they were doing something like this, that it makes sense, just as long as they make him cooler, I guess, don't make him look like such a damn lame.
Do you
Yeah,
think
'cause
this is about money,
oh
or do you
well,
think
it
he really
gotta
wants to be part of the universe?
one
He
thing is,
might be want
yeah,
to be a part of it. Yeah.
yeah, the reason I feel he's not going to be in it for a small role is because if you're going to bring in Jamie Foxx, you have to pay him a whole bunch of money, and they're not going to want to pay him a bunch of money for like 5 minutes, like they do with Samuel L. Jackson in Avengers, but I guess Samuel Jackson is a different thing because it's not like you're used to seeing Nick Fury do that much shit anyway. As Samuel Jackson, though the old Nick Fury, yes, Samuel Jackson doesn't really do too much, but except maybe in that Disney Plus show. For all we know, he might start doing something more. But yeah, it might work out. I'm not. I'm holding out hope. I'll just say that much. Holding out hope.
Well, yeah, I guess that's what you got to do nowadays. But again, I don't really see it. I mean, it's just it's almost like you're taking an element from a movie that didn't do well and introducing it into movies that do well. It doesn't. I don't feel like it's going to gel unless I don't know. We'll see. It's also the fact that they changed Electro to begin with from the original, from the comic books.
I was gonna say real quick though. I just hope this doesn't become like a Fast and the Furious thing with just the walks in and out and I feel like the Marvel universe is getting so big where is losing its fanboy-ish of just a kid reading a book. Like the first Avengers compared to Endgame is two different movies. The first one was all heart and love, and the last one was just blockbuster special effects.
The last one.
I love the last one, but I'm just saying. But you see the difference between the first one and the last one. So I just hope that moving forward, which I like the Disney Plus to make it smaller again, more personal. So if it goes that direction, I think I like it.
All right. So just to let everyone know, all these news stories are going to be about casting. So the second one is about Keanu Reeves. Allegedly, there's a rumor that Marvel wants Keanu Reeves to play Moon Knight in the Disney Plus series. So this is a rumor, but people are really enjoying this idea. I'm one of them, definitely. So it's going to be a Disney Plus TV show, and it would be Keanu Reeves playing Moon Knight. Somebody had done an artist rendition of him as Moon Knight, but it just looked like Assassin's Creed because typically the Moon Knight costume has a mask, but they drew him just with the hood and no mask. So he literally just looked like Assassin's Creed. But, we seem to hear a lot of casting every week, rumor casting every week. And, we've had this discussion before on the show that give it to another young actor, not a very famous established one. You can make the same argument with Jamie Foxx. But what do you think of this? I mean, is this true? Would you like it to be true? Are we tired of just hearing the same just rumors over and over and over? Freddie, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm tired of it. I think it's getting old. Again, I'm going back to it just feels like they're just this is the hot thing. Disney Plus is a business and they need shows on there, but current, I don't know. I just think that Moon Knight, really, from everybody, does everybody even know who he is? I know he's supposed to be Batman, the Marvel's Batman, but Moon Man, when have you ever said his name before right now?
well, actually, I mean, I think it gives the character a disservice just by saying he's Marvel's Batman, because technically Daredevil's Marvel Batman, Iron Man's Marvel's Batman, so it kind of just gives it a disservice. But people have been talking about Moon Knight as a potential movie or a TV show for a few years. Yeah, I mean, look at Iron Man. To be honest, before 2008, Nobody knew who Iron Man was. Guardians of the Galaxy is an exceptional example. No one knew who the fuck
Yeah,
any of those characters were.
All I knew was Rocket Raccoon until that fucking.
No one knew who those
came out.
characters were. And, those characters have been around a long time. The Guardians of the Galaxy name has been around since the 70s, but no one knew who they were. And Iron Man and Guardians of the Galaxy are probably two of the most popular movies from the MCU, at least Guardians is. Felice, what do you think about this?
Honestly, as they said earlier, I had no clue who Moon Knight was before this. I'm not gonna lie to you. I kept looking at him and I kept reading the article, like, wait, are they talking about the Marvel's agents thing I spoke about the other day? Or because I know they were mentioning possibility of Mark Spector, the veteran turned mercenary dude. But I was just like, I was so confused. And then when I looked at it, I was like, wait, is this Star Wars? Because the hoodie or Assassin's Creed? And I was like, I don't even know what the hell. I had to look him up to figure out who the hell he was. But realistically, I mean, they've done it before, right? Not Disney Plus specifically, but bringing, as you guys said, a character that we do not know about in terms of common social media or whatever, or entertainment. And so it's like, I think, he's a good actor, and why not? I mean, he was Neo, and Neo was amazing, even though now we know Neo was about, something totally different than when we thought it was about, like The Matrix, as per the people who created the story. But am I tired of these veteran actors taking over these roles that possibly new blood could take? I'm on a hit or miss with that. I feel like depending on who it is, I'm like, I don't care, I'll watch it. But at the same time, there's all this new blood, like things that we're going to talk about that come up soon. There's all these new people that, we need to give them a chance, because they have proven in a lot of cases, the new actors and actresses have proven that they're ready. So I don't know. I don't have to. I'm on the fence on that.
I just want to say the MCU has mostly been known for hiring actors who are kind of up and coming or aren't big, huge names. But also, it's kind of weird that they would try to get Keanu Reeves to do essentially a TV show, because I don't know if he's too big for that or too famous for that. But it is Disney.
You're not too famous for Disney's money, though.
Well, yeah, because I was surprised that they were getting, Falcon and Winter Soldier to do a TV show, and then I thought, well, it's fucking Disney, so this isn't DC Universe, this is Disney. They're giving them money. So, Dre, what do you think of this? Do you like Keanu Reeves?
Yeah, I don't mind that at all. If it is him, as for rumor casting, I guess Keanu, we've been hearing about that since last year, I believe, about him being Moon Knight and stuff. So as we're getting further into time, and at least it's staying his name, at least with other characters, we always hear different names, but when it comes to that character, it's always been Keanu. So I think that, hey, even if it wasn't the idea back then, I guess all of us spreading that rumor might have just told somebody at Disney, why don't we just give them Keanu? He's hot shit right now. He's making cyberpunk commercials and shit. People are going crazy, and so let's just give them fucking more Keanu, So I don't mind that the rumors or whatever, because I could say that I don't like it, but as soon as I see an actor that I like playing a role that I feel like they should play, I'm like, oh, this is a great rumor right here. But if I see someone that I don't like playing some good character, I'll be like, oh, this is a shitty rumor, So that's always up and down, So I hope he gets it.
Yeah, I mean, it would be interesting to see. But just a quick reminder, so Moon Knight is a character, like Felice said, Mark Spector. He was a mercenary, and then he basically, an Egyptian moon god kind of resurrects him. Or the difference between Moon Knight and, say, Batman is that Moon Knight's character was always mentally unstable, and he had at least 3 or 4 different personalities. So I could definitely see, and that would probably, you would have to do that in a show or a movie, because again, like Freddie said, I think people would just make that comparison of Batman. But I mean, like I said, Daredevil's very similar to Batman. I mean, he was basically a Batman ripoff when he was created. So then, again, more casting news, but this is actually true casting news compared to the other stories we've been talking about. So Ms. Marvel's been cast. I hope I don't butcher her name. Aman Vellani has been cast as Kamala Khan in Ms. Marvel. So she's going to be probably in the Captain Marvel sequel. And then she's going to star in her own Disney Plus show in 2022. At least she's supposed to appear in Captain Marvel 2, which I don't think that's really been confirmed. But it would make sense if she was, since Ms. Marvel is like a huge fan of Captain Marvel. But yeah, like, what do you guys think of this? Actually, some news, real news, rather than rumors. Felice, what do you think about this?
I think it's important. I think that representation matters. And I like the fact that, they had initially, I think they created her comic, this version anyway, of her in 2013 initially. So
Yeah.
It's like she idolizes Captain Marvel, and it's like literally right after the Inhuman, the whole Inhuman.
Yeah, she's in Inhuman, I believe. Yeah.
Like, yeah, just waking up and then realizing that like you could like shapeshift and stuff. I think it's pretty dope. But like, I think it's cool. Like, she seems right for the role too, and it's on point. Like, if you read some of the tweets from the people who are talking about representation, they're in tears. They're happy about it. So clearly, they're doing something right.
Yeah, I did want to point out that she is a fan favorite, and you're right. She was first introduced somewhere in like 2013, and she's been extremely popular since. I mean, she's the character starring in the Avengers video game. So, and I think she's a popular character. A popular character within that game. If I'm wrong, please correct me. But Freddie, what do you think about this?
I think, like Felice was saying, it's pretty cool to have a unique character that's just not an average white person, just like
Thanks.
cookie cutter. Like, it's like the same thing with Mr. I'm going back to my Spider-Man, but Miles Morales, he's Puerto Rican and half black. Like, That's me. Like, I'm happy to, like, that's a Spider-Man I can relate to. So Mrs. Marvel could be somebody, growing up feeling like an outcast, but having the superhero to look up to, it's a really good thing. And I'm happy that this is a thing. I mean, just different versions of Captain America. I remember growing up, seeing a black Captain America. I bought the comic book, read about it, about the testing on like soldiers, black soldiers, and I remember just like gravitating that because it wasn't a white guy on the cover.
Right.
So I know there's a lot of people out there like me who are comic book fans who want to feel represented. So I think it's a good step forward. And one day, hopefully, this isn't news. It'll just be just good stuff, and doesn't have to be a headline. But I hope this is one step towards that.
Yeah. It's funny you should mention Spider-Man because her character reminds me of Spider-Man just in the sense that the reason why people love Spider-Man and resonate with Spider-Man because Spider-Man was supposed to be a normal person, and he was supposed to be somebody who had problems very similar to everyday people, and that's what I feel like she represents. She represents the everyday person. Maybe not necessarily who looks like her, but maybe somebody who's going through the same struggles as she does. Dre, what do you think of this?
So when I saw this, like, because usual, I'm always the one sharing the news because I'm always on my fucking phone. It seems.
Yeah, you are.
So like, when I saw this news, it actually put a smile on my face before I actually shared it. I was like, holy shit.
Smiled?
Like, I smiled. I had to put a fucking smile on my face because I'm like, damn, not only is this like an unknown actor, I'm like, this looks like Miss Marvel. I'm like, this girl could pull this shit off. And this is not some name actor. Cause you would think that for a character that's now coming into like the mainstream world, because like I told you guys, I think in the past pod, like Miss Marvel was nothing to me until the Avengers game, until I started playing her in that game. And then I was like, oh man, this girl actually puts this shit together. She's actually like this real humane character, and I did love her while playing the story. When it came to Endgame, she's kind of pushed to the side. But other than that, though, back to the movie news. I like this casting, and she's Canadian. She's from Canada. So that was interesting to see. But I liked it. Put a smile on my face. I think this is gonna be good. I'm glad you brought up that she might be in
Captain
Captain Marvel
Marvel.
movie because that'll give me a reason to go see it. And I haven't been too big after that first one yet, so I need a very good reason to go watch the next Captain Marvel movie. But if I see that she's gonna make an appearance, I just hope that this is gonna be her. I wonder if they're gonna show her getting her powers during this movie and all that stuff, or will they wait till, or they do this if this comes out before Inhumans and then put her in the Inhumans movie. You never know. Even though I know the Inhumans is a whole nother cast of heroes and shit, but you never know how they might mix it up. You know how Marvel is. They try and make all these guest appearances in everybody's movies nowadays. So we'll see, man. This looks good though. This is looking real good.
Oh wait, so they're supposed to do an Inhumans movie because they tried the TV show and that bombed. So
Yeah, that show was shitty.
Bad.
But you didn't see this? Yes, the Inhumans movie supposed to come next year. Towards the end of the year. I think that's like their last movie now with the new
you mean
slate.
Eternals?
Oh, Eternals. There we
Yeah.
go. My bad. Yeah. Why am I
Yeah,
thinking?
because
Okay,
they've
yeah.
shelved that. I mean, because it was supposed to Inhumans originally was supposed to be a movie, and then they put it on ABC. But I think like once it bombed on ABC, they want to stay away from that as far as possible for at least the time
You're right.
being.
You're right.
Maybe they'll
Okay.
introduce her like they introduced Spider-Man in Civil War, and they'll just show her. And then when it comes to her show, they'll start to like backtrack and maybe talk about her past. Yeah, you've mentioned Captain Marvel before. How much I don't understand why no. Like I want to ask the other two because I don't think they've been around with us talking about it. What did Felice and Freddie? What did you think of Captain Marvel? Freddie, I'll start with you. What did you think of Captain Marvel? Not to put you on the spot.
I gotta be careful what I say. I felt like they were pushing a message. I think that was the issue. I think especially in Endgame with the all-female crew, I love the empowerment, but like I feel like it loses its power when you put
I
it's
love
not.
that scene, though. I love that scene.
The whole passing the thing was fucking awesome, and then like the girls protecting them, that was cool. But like I don't like a message when you force it down my throat, and I think that's what it feels like. It was like her, please like her, you should like her, and like let her acting, let her be herself, and let me like fall in love with this character instead of like hammering down. You should like her. If you don't like her, then you're a sexist. And it's like, and then it's like you get caught into like if I don't like her, then like she's just I just don't like it. I just feel like they kept pushing it down my throat.
Well, before I wanted to hear what Felice had said, but before that, I wanted to ask you, what about Wonder Woman though? Did you feel that
I
Wonder
love
Woman
Wonder
did that?
Woman.
But did you think that Wonder Woman did that, or
Nope.
because you already know who Wonder Woman is, it was okay?
No, not even that. I think that like the way they told the story, like that's what I'm saying. Like the way the movie was, like they introduced to you her from the beginning, and you grew up with her. I just felt like in the other movie, I don't even remember the other movie. Did you follow her? Like the whole movie was stupid. She goes in space, right, and then she gets her power, or like crashes.
Well, she loses. She doesn't have her memory,
Yeah.
and she thinks that she is a Kree, but then she realized that she was basically kidnapped and brainwashed for the most part. And then they switched. You know, the Kree is supposed to be the good guys, and the Skrulls are supposed to be the bad guys, but they actually flipped it. But Felice, what did you think of Captain Marvel?
I actually liked it a lot.
Okay, so did I. That's cool.
I think that, not to knock Freddie's interpretation of what they were trying to do, but I feel like there's been a movement happening, and it's been happening forever for women. And being the only woman on any of these podcasts, I feel like I have to speak up for all of us. So it's like, realistically, were they shoving her down the throat? No, they weren't. They were just showing you that she's a woman and she's a badass. Is that intimidating for most men? Yes, it is, unfortunately. And it comes off as they're shoving it down your throat because they're showing her like this. She's fully covered, unlike Wonder Woman. Even though the first Wonder Woman movie the costume designer and stuff, they made sure they made it so that it would be more about her than her body, even though they changed that when they made the next Wonder Woman, they made her more naked. But realistically, yeah, of course, a woman with this beautiful accent that's jumping around in a pretty skirt and almost her tatas hanging out, yeah, of course I'm gonna find her more alluring, because not just because I know her growing up with her, because she was like a sidekick. She's not a sidekick, FYI, but she seemingly was like a sidekick with Superman and Batman. But like, okay, did I grow up with Captain Marvel? I kind of did technically, because I had comics in my attic from my uncles and stuff. Did I find her interpretation in the new film interesting? Yeah, it wasn't exactly what I thought. They did change a lot of stuff. I was expecting certain things to be different, but I think it was spot on, and I think that they played it safe. Actually, they could have done more, and they weren't forcing the issue of her being like me, like me. It wasn't even about like me, like me. It was like, you're gonna respect me. I'm a badass. Granted, I don't know where I came from, but you're gonna respect me, and that's what I thought that they were trying to portray.
Felice, let me ask you: did you think? I think the problem was that Marvel waited too long to do a female-centric or female-starring movie. Do you feel that Marvel should have done it, earlier than Captain Marvel?
I think that they didn't do it prior to then, because most people do what they do now. When people they troll a website and they say, hey, we're gonna bomb this with 100 Rotten Tomatoes,
right,
or whatever the negative one is. So we have the people who decided they're gonna like just destroy like a concept. They don't want it to be a thing, because they're like, oh, we don't watch this. We don't watch this woman and her problems and her stories. Like, we talk about it all the time. Like Supergirl, we talk about it a couple times. She has too many feelings. We say that all the time because we don't want to watch the representation of women on screen, even though the writing could be better, realistically, Dre. But
no, I'm just saying, Supergirl. I like Supergirl. I just say all CW shows are all about.
He said that about all of them.
Yeah. But to get to the point for time anyway, I think that they're always waiting for the viewers, in which they're focusing on, which is not the good representation. They're always focusing on viewers that are predominantly men, realistically, to see if they're going to want to sit there and watch it, because they think that women do not like movies, which clearly is not true. We love superheroes. We do. We love video games. We do. But the audience is based off of, to them, when they do the polls and shit, they base it off of men. And so... Yeah, they should have done it earlier, but they said that it's not gonna be interesting. Just like when they did Black Panther before that, they were like, no one's gonna want to watch an all black cast. Right. So like,
I just gotta say something. Did you like the movie though?
I said I liked it.
No, I feel like if you don't like the movie, then you don't like her as a character. I feel like that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a bait. It's like Wonder Woman. I never liked Wonder Woman. From Superman, DC, like all the animations, all the movies before, I never had any interest in Wonder Woman. And even the new Wonder Woman, the new trailer looks stupid. Like, I have no interest in seeing it. So, like, I think that's what I'm saying. Like, just like, without the messaging, maybe that was bad wording on my side, but I think it was just a bad movie. And then I think that, like, if you didn't like Black Panther, like, if a white person's like, I don't like Black Panther, then you're like, what do you like about it? And it's like, if they just didn't like the movie, they didn't like the movie. I don't think there's a hidden message behind it. I don't think it was a good movie. I think the plot sucked. I don't think it did anything to the universe to build it up.
That.
Just like the Ant-Man movies, they're garbage. Like,
what? All right.
The first one was good. Ant-Man 2 was garbage.
I don't agree with it, but I respect your opinion.
Okay.
But that's what I'm saying. She's a great, but like, I think it was just a bad movie, just my opinion.
Well, I just want to be devil's advocate in this. I just want to be on the record and say I did like the movie. I did not have a problem with the movie. But like Dre has said in the past, he didn't care for the movie, but mostly it's because of Brie Larson's acting. Yeah, it's Brie Larson's acting.
Jackson.
So, I mean, I could see where you would go after or say that you didn't like Brie Larson or Brie Larson's acting, which, again, I didn't mind. But I think to kind of push Freddie's point, what he originally said was, I think that Marvel waited too long to do a female-centric movie. Wonder Woman comes out and it's very girl power kind of thing, which it should be. But then I think Marvel, to try to catch up with that, was like, oh, well, you think this is a girl power movie? Wait till you see Captain Marvel. This is a really like. So I think I understand what Freddie's saying to the extent of like, they were really trying to show, oh, no, Wonder Woman wasn't a female empowerment movie. This is a female empowerment movie. And I don't know if they really exceeded in making it more female empowering, like one, you know, because like Hollywood, especially Hollywood, is always trying to compete. Oh, this has 80% action. Well, our movie has 110% action, and I think that's what they were just trying to do, and I think it rubbed people the wrong way. But I don't really see it as shoving it down your throat necessarily, but I do see where it's like it's just a competition. It's a competition, and they're. DC's burned that MCU is doing way better, story-wise, acting-wise, everything. But DC finally got one up on Marvel, and that's putting out a female starring movie first. And so Marvel felt the burn, and they were like, well, we have to compensate in some way. And I think that's, kind of like what we got, unfortunately. But I didn't mind the movie. Felice, what do you think of that? Do you have any...
I just think that it's stepping stones. We gotta start somewhere. Like,
yeah, no, I mean,
Black Panther came out. Actually, before that, Spawn and Blade. When those movies came,
Blade.
we were starting somewhere. If it wasn't for Blade and Spawn, I don't remember which one came first. I'm pretty sure it was probably Blade. But if it wasn't for those,
I think it was Blade. Yeah.
Yeah, if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be as close where we at. I don't know.
No.
I'm saying it weird, but
yeah.
Though, granted, they didn't do the best, realistically. The first movie did good. The second movie was like, the third movie, I think it was the third movie, and you're like, wait, what's happening?
Well,
and then,
you talking about Blade?
Yeah.
Blade 2 was good.
Yeah,
I didn't say it was bad.
Yeah.
I liked it. I liked all of them.
Nobody likes
That's
3.
That's
it's the third one that nobody likes.
Yeah, the third one was
I don't
probably.
even remember what the third one was about. All I remember, there was a dog with the jaws coming out. That's all I can remember.
yeah,
but I'm not sure if that was the second or third one. But that's not the point. The point is, we have to start somewhere. And just because I get that DC did it first, DC did the only thing they did right. I'm gonna say that. I like DC, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I love Harley Quinn. That's my favorite. But Marvel has been doing it big for a long time. Really, right? On screen, on the big screen anyway, versus at home. So I feel as though I get it. DC did it first, and Marvel did it too, but Marvel didn't do it like DC did it. Yeah, okay,
Right.
woohoo, you got 1 point. We're still winning. I mean, because I like Marvel a lot. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I mean, I just think that Marvel missed the boat on that one. And, Captain Marvel, Captain Marvel was their way of trying to compensate. And, I mean, I liked the movie. I was fine with it.
Well, maybe
I think
Kamala Khan could help with that. Maybe Kamala Khan could help with that.
I would liked it more if they had as good a musical score as Wonder Woman did for her fighting scene.
Oh, yeah, that's an epic.
Music, and you know me, I'm a music head. If I hear right now in my car ride to work every day, I'm listening to this God of High School track every fucking day, which is an anime OST, and I'm listening to that shit on the way to work all day. My wife has to listen to it in the damn shower, and shit, because I'm just like, yeah, man, I love this musical score, but the Wonder Woman got me with the music. I can say that they got me there with the music during her fighting scenes and shit. More than I can't remember one musical score during Captain Marvel, but I can remember all the best scenes with Samuel L. Jackson. So
I think Felice had a point though. Like you gotta start somewhere. Strong female lead that isn't over sexualized. I get that, and like I think what I agree with E is that like they had. Like the premise of it is great, but I think that Marvel was just trying to just get some money from it, like saying what Wonder Woman did, and that's why I think it felt like, here, this is what's hot right now. Not that they cared that it was a strong female lead, but more of this is what's popular right now. Because like I'm looking at like other strong female leads, and like Kill Bill, she's not sexy. She's a badass. She is
sexy.
I mean, no, but like you said, she's not showing skin. She's not like. So like Sarah Connor, I'm just saying, like, maybe that's
Yeah,
your
I didn't
sexy.
think
That's
of- I
not my
didn't think
sexy.
of,
With the blade and Go-Go. Oh, Go-Go's my favorite.
Well, I'm just saying, like, I think that, like,
I agree with
that.
you to a degree.
Yeah, just for the record, Go-Go's my favorite also. That's like one of my favorite scenes of the movie. All right, so that's it for me.
All right. So before we're about to do question of the week. Freddie's gonna lay that out. But before we do that, I teased everyone on our Facebook page that we were gonna announce the brackets before I put up the first matchup for our greatest villains from comic books, because that's what you guys voted on for our next tournament. And for those who don't know, if your character wins this tournament, I send you a $25 Amazon gift card all the time. All right, so join up our Facebook if you're not a part of a Gamerish Network, our Discord, Gamerish Network. Also, while I'm talking about, like and subscribe, please. Hit that bell so you get notifications every time we put up a video or anything like that. One of our quick hits, which is YouTube exclusive, Skyrim videos, YouTube exclusive. So we got some stuff for YouTube that's just for here. You guys might want to get. So if you want to hear me rant by myself, so no one can interrupt me while I'm talking shit, which is probably about you. Yeah, I say like and subscribe to this channel. It'll be greatly appreciated. Greatly appreciated. And you know what? If we could reach 100, I'll raffle off a video game to people in one of our groups. If we could reach 100, every 100 or every 50, I'll raffle off a video game for every 50 subscribers that we get. Boom! And I don't go back when I say that. I'll do it. Everyone see me. I do it all. All right. So let's get into this now. So the brackets go up and you're seated by the place you were in which. So if you were the third person to comment, you got seated in number 3. So Joker was number 1 because I got that as a special request from Mitch. So Mitch, you're lucky. And Joker is number 1, so he gets a first round bye. Also, who gets the first round bye is Darkseid. So those two won't be facing anybody in the first round. So our first matchup for tomorrow, our first 2 matchups will be Prometheus versus Onslaught,
uh,
and then Hush versus Galactus.
oh my God.
What?
You got like 2 normal people versus gods, pretty much.
I know, but hey, not my fault. I'm not gonna sit there and look up all the characters and be like, let me see what powers he got and this one power. Let me see. Yeah, I'm not doing all that shit.
Just murders.
But the way it usually goes anyway in the Gamerish group is some people know their comics and some don't. And some people are gonna vote for like Hush might have a chance because people are gonna be like, oh, I just watched this movie last week. He's the better villain. So you never know with the Gamerish vote. So if you join our Gamerish group, you could be the difference. So you should join us.
Look stuff up.
Next up, we're gonna have Norman Osborn, aka Green Goblin, versus Brainiac. There's another mismatch, right?
Oh, yeah, that's weird.
Magneto versus Carnage. Apocalypse versus Dr. Light. Thanos versus Sabretooth. Bane versus Cobra Commander. Kang the Conqueror versus Trigon. Dr. Enks versus Phoenix. Kingpin versus Ozymandias. So it's Ozymandias.
Mandius, yeah.
Right.
Oh, yes. I put that in there,
from
but not
Watchmen.
me. But never mind.
Reverse Flash versus Ra's al Ghul. Doctor Doom versus, I wasn't sure how to say this, Dormammu.
Dormammu, yeah, from
Right.
Doctor Strange.
Yeah. Lex
Doctor
Luthor versus Venom.
That's weird.
Versus Deathstroke.
Ooh, that's a good one.
So those are going to be the first round matchups. Of course, the first 2 will go up tomorrow. The whole bracket will go up on Facebook tomorrow. And
that's some heavy ones. That's some difficult ones.
Yeah. So E, if you were looking at this, hearing these names, who you think is going to win, and who do you expect to win?
I'd probably either Thanos or the Joker. Probably going to win. Who I want to win, I want my pick to win, Prometheus. I want Prometheus to win. I was gonna pick like Magneto or Doctor Doom, but I already got beat by that, so I had to pick somebody else.
What about you, Felice? Who do you think is gonna win, and who would you like?
My first choice was Darkseid. My second choice was Apocalypse. My third choice, which I made someone else pick, was Ozymandias. So one of those. Actually, I don't want Darkseid win because someone else picked that. So I went the one I picked.
All right. And what about you, Fred? I know you didn't put a pick in this. So out of these characters, who you think is gonna win, and who would you want to win?
Venom. That'd be pretty cool.
happening.
And then, but like he said, Joker's gonna win. It's a popularity contest. He's the most popular person right now. One of the most popular villains.
Yeah, I'm with Eric too. You guys, I think it's gonna be Joker or Thanos who's gonna win this. Unless the comic book people come out to ask it, guys, we really only get like 40, 50 people tops that are voting right now, and our group is nearing 400 people. You
Yeah.
guys can make a difference if you contribute to the votes. You know, like we're nearing 400 people. Hopefully, you new guys that joined us up. We got a whole bunch of new people. I think we got like an increase of like 100 and change in the past week or two.
140.
Thanks, Felice, for that. You know, and you know, you guys vote. You know, just as much as you guys want to vote against Trump, vote for your favorite villain. All right, and make it fair. You know, make it fair. Other than that, yeah. And who I would love to win, you know, I didn't even really think about that. You know, I really didn't think about that. I guess maybe Magneto. I would think I would love because I always pictured if in the real world, if I had to get somebody's powers, it would just be Magneto, so I could move traffic. So you know, you know, just every car in front of me, just you know, like so. Yeah, I would be an ass. And so it's a good thing I don't have powers.
Right.
Hey, so is that what you would have picked if you were able to pick?
If I was able to pick, I don't know. I don't nowadays with these tournaments, I don't think about it because then I might want to put something in there, you know. So I didn't think much of it at all. Like,
But if you could pick somebody, who would you have put?
Man, it's
I'm stumping you with this shit.
yeah, man. Like seeing all these names is one thing when you don't have all these names in front of you,
Right.
you know, and you're just able to drop it in without any influence. It's another when you could see all these names and think about how bad a lot of these people are and are like, hey, maybe I would have just dropped Legion in there just for the hell of it, you know, because Legion, although he wanted to be a good guy, was still ended up being the enemy of his own story, you know. Like
What
whether
about Doctor Doom?
Doom's on there.
Yeah, he's in it.
I like him.
So yeah, I think probably Legion to see, because even though a lot of people might not know who Legion is, so I think he would have been eliminated in the first round, you know.
Yes.
So, but you know,
not to be confused with that TV show.
Pick. But yeah,
he is talking about the TV show.
Yeah,
the TV show is so bad.
I know, but I read up on Legion. I did before before the TV show came out. I remember asking E a bunch of questions, and then I decided, you know what, let me go and do my research on Legion and found out about everything he's done and destroying the world, you know, and all this killing all mutants. He's done so much shit, you know. So just like he would be an interesting one, but then again, he'll have to be one that people know, and basically. When it comes to him, it'll be like, how many of you in the group watched the TV show and how many of you did it? You know, so, oh yeah. So next up, question of the week before we get into the gaming news. The question of the week came from Fred. So Fred, I guess you could read the question and then go over the responses we got in the comments.
All right, so the question of the week was, if you had only to choose one game console from now, this generation or the past, excluding PC because PC Master Race, which game console would it be and why? We posted on Discord and Facebook, so thank you for everybody for contributing with their answers. We got a lot actually. And one thing as a parent, everybody likes PlayStation. We've actually, everybody that commented,
I'll
we
keep my
got at
mouth
least
shut.
one person to choose each generation of PlayStation. So we got somebody who chose PS1, PS2, PS3, and PS4, which is amazing to think. Couple of standouts was Dreamcast. I love the spirit, but
Who dropped
that's
it?
a
What's their name? We gotta give some shout outs.
yeah. I'm gonna give it a shout. So, a lot of people just put the name up, just the PS4, PS1. So for instance, Kirk, he put Dreamcast with today's games would be amazing. Which the question you'd be locked with Dreamcast Lobby games. I don't know how, like what's a good Dreamcast game.
Drink Power Stone.
Sonic.
Man,
I was too poor.
Sonic,
I couldn't afford a Dreamcast.
Fantasy Star. Man, you know I had all that shit, man.
I remember the
Capcom?
controls being like ridiculous.
Marvel vs. Capcom.
But that's
Yeah.
not a Dreamcast game. That's like a game.
What?
All right.
It
All right.
is.
All right. We got somebody said Sarah Nakora. She said PS4 with today's selection and huge games is pretty amazing. I think PS4 makes sense. I'm not gonna tell you us. I figure we go last. We got N64, which I'm surprised I didn't see more Nintendos. No Switch, no GameCube, no Nintendo games. Steve J said N64, which I thought that we would see more than that. PS2 classics again. I think PS2 is a good choice. Freddie Guzman, not me. He said PS1, and as I was thinking, I'm like, why PS1? And then he's like, just the simplicity of it, of just like no internet. Remember when we didn't need internet into our game consoles? Just plug it in.
A lot of things.
Yeah, and just like I thought that was kind of cool, just being able to just like play a game and not worry about internet. You know, like so that was a few. That was a lot of PlayStations, a lot of PS4s, and then Micro, Captain Gamerish, he said Xbox One X because I got all 3 generations of Xbox games. A close second would be a PS3, 80 gigabytes. I guess he needs a space for the games. And then the 4 USB ports because that's one play 3 generations of PS5 games, PlayStation games. So I think I agree with the Xbox. Backwards compared playing all the games from past generations is a big deal. It's kind of cheating. So I picked the 360 for the same reasons. 360 just means that was like a happy time in my life. So I always have like happy memories with 360.
We had a lot of good memories with 360, man.
All right, so Felice, what do you think? What was your answer?
I commented on that. You didn't read my comment.
I mean, read it. I thought you'd tell me.
Okay, I'll tell you. I don't know if it's the same thing though, because I was a different day.
Let me give you a hint. It starts with the S and ES.
Oh yeah. So SNES was shut up. SNES was the first system that I had when I was certain age. Well, it wasn't my system. It was like my family system. I mean, granted, I played the Atari and stuff like that prior, but I was too young to understand what I was doing with the Atari, realistically. So SNES was the first one that was in a household where I was old enough to know what the heck was happening, that my controller was actually connected and not disconnected like you do to your siblings when they want to play with you. So that playing Mario, playing Zelda, that was like everything to me. But then like as I got older and I got to have the first game that was actually my own game was just for PlayStation. Tomb Raider was like epic for me. Trying to get that cave was hard with that tiger in the beginning. Resident Evil was like, and then Final Fantasy 7 was like my first game that I owned. That and Resident Evil Nemesis. Those were my first 2 games. So I'm forever indebted to that one system because I had the little Game Shark, which I don't cheat now.
Oh, Game Shark.
I don't cheat now, but I used to cheat. And my knife, when I played Resident Evil Director's Cut, my knife was like a rocket launcher, and like I was like, "Come get me to the tyrant or whatever it was," and I was like killing everything. So that was fun.
Pretty cool. All right, what about you, Dre?
N64
Okay.
is what I had so much memories. N64, it was a golden age. I think that's the first. Well, no, well, I can't say I had the most games. I had you weren't around yet because I was only 8-9 years old when it came out. But it was like because Super Nintendo I had like 75 games, but for N64 I had about 56, I think, if with how many cases my dad bought me. And like I had so much, man. N64 was the system where all my friends came. That's the last system I had where all my friends came over and we would play every day after school. WWF No Mercy, WCW NWO Revenge, DD Kong Racing, GoldenEye, Super Smash One. You got what else is on? Every Mario Party 1, 2, 3, all up on there,
Star
man.
Fox.
Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Conker's Bad Fur Day, like
Okay, Ocarina now.
Perfect Dark
Ugh.
2. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, man, N64. I don't care how many people hated on that shit. I was the only one in school with an N64 while everybody was just with their PlayStations.
Oh, you were
Had
that
that
kid?
too. But I was just like N64. Yeah, y'all talking shit about me having an N64, but all of y'all coming to my house and playing it. So I don't know how bad the system must be. But you know how it is when Sony came out, everyone just went for the console that was cheaper at the time. And I believe PlayStation was cheaper than 64 at the time. You might want to fact check that, but I believe it might have been. But I think PlayStation was out before N64 as well, for all I know. I think it was. I could be wrong though. Could be wrong, but N64 would be that console that I could live with for the rest of my life. At least
All
I
right.
still get 4 players on one screen.
All right, E. So up to you.
I would probably agree with Elise and say Super Nintendo. I think Super Nintendo was the console that officially turned me into a gamer because I played Nintendo, I had a Nintendo, but Super Nintendo, I think, was the games that I played, all the way into the night. Like I didn't sleep. I'd get up. The first thing I would do was just play Super Nintendo, Super Mario or Mario, Zelda. And then Jerry, you were talking about the friends coming over. Back in my day, we had Super Mario Kart, and that made all the friends come over, and all of a sudden you were the most popular kid on the block, because no one else had a Super Nintendo.
I remember that.
Hey, so what's it called? Nintendo 64 came out in September of '96, and PlayStation 1 came out in December of '94.
Yep.
Yeah.
After.
So it was out
But yeah,
first.
I mean, it would probably either be between Super Nintendo and PlayStation 1, because PlayStation 1 also was like a lot of Resident Evil, the first Resident Evil. I loved that game.
I was too scared.
But yeah,
Resident Evil 2.
I'd say Super Nintendo.
I think the 360 is for me is because I think that's when like I started taking video games more seriously, like more than just like playing games just to like kill time or just hang out after school. It was like Mass Effect, Faber, and like these games were like that like made me realize like this is like a medium, that this is up there with movies and books, and like I could create my own story, and it's not just about like beating somebody out in Mortal Kombat. It's like these stories mean something, and like I think he was getting to that generation where like Player's Choice and like Faber 1, Faber 2, like you could be a dick in that game, or you could be the hero, and like that was a big deal. There was nothing like that before, and like a lot of these games, looking back at the 360, they're classic games, and that generation was just like if I'm gonna get stuck with one game system and those games, it has to be that generation, PS3 and Xbox 360.
And the most dominant multiplayer.
Yeah, I'm over Halo 3, waiting in line with Dre at GameStop, rushing home.
That night, I remember that Union Square, right?
Yeah, rushing home to play that. Like, we don't do that anymore.
Make sure no one jumps us.
Yeah.
Make sure you look like you got a gun in your pocket so no one touches you.
Yo, it was crazy, but like that doesn't we don't experience that anymore. We experience Amazon orders and like downloading it. It's like it's not the same thing.
You don't want to experience that. Trust me.
And now it ain't the
I
same.
kind of miss it.
Not the fear of almost losing your shit in your life.
But then you meet cool people in line. You talk about games.
I
You
get
start
that.
like relating to like.
I was on the flip side of that. I was the one having the line.
I'm a gamer because I don't want to talk to people. So.
Thanks.
You're the wrong business.
All right, so
that's why I don't do multiplayer or online multiplayer.
Yes. Oh yeah, I have to force E into multiplayer all the time. But that's it for our question of the week. We'll drop another one on Sunday, I guess, this week. I don't know whose turn it is, but we'll figure that out between ourselves. I know next week E is out, so it can't be E. So we'll see who drops it. So now to our game news. First thing I want to bring up the new releases for this week, guys. Felice, you got that down for the new releases that's coming out, I guess, tomorrow or tonight for one game in particular.
Yeah, Crash Bandicoot is already ready to download as of 34 minutes ago. So I mean, it's Crash Bandicoot. If you
Well, ready to play.
yeah, like obviously, like I'm excited for it. I have not downloaded it yet because I'm doing this, obviously.
It's been getting nines.
Right? Seriously. Um, as you might have known if you follow our Discord or Facebook, our Gamerish network group, we talked about downloading Mario 35th anniversary for those who have Switch, who have the online pass that they sell, which is super cheap for a free game. The game is actually really fun. That just came out yesterday.
How good have you been? I've come in 12th place. It's the best I've gotten.
Oh, I gotta play it.
Ace, continuously ace. Upsetting.
Yeah,
Yes.
12th is as high as yeah, you gotta download it, E, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to do that tonight.
Also Star Wars Squadron is coming out. I'm not gonna go too much into detail because you could also look it up, but it's, from what I read, it's like feeling like the first person, like literally being in the X-Wing, like being that person, you know? I think that's pretty cool.
Well, correct. Just because I'm interested in buying it,
Yeah.
but with EA going to the Xbox Game Pass, you think I should just wait and see if that goes on that?
Oh yeah, you just remind me. I
It
could
might.
download it already. I got EA Pass, EA Play on my PlayStation. Yo, I could download.
Did you
I
pay
forgot
for it
I gotta
already?
pay for that shit right now. I could just download it for $10.
I mean, realistically, it would just like CFE.
So just
came up.
wait it out.
Yeah. I mean, I respect paying for things that you want to play, but
I'm gonna stream both those games. I'm gonna try my best
Yeah.
to stream both of those.
Warborn
people.
also comes out, which it seemed pretty interesting, but I'm probably not gonna buy it. I'm not gonna lie to you. But yeah, that was pretty much it. The most one I was excited for was the Crash Bandicoot and the Mario, to be honest.
Mhm.
So,
Mario snuck up on me. I didn't even know until Mike posted it on Facebook this morning. Then I was
I
like,
saw that.
that I was like, oh shit. As soon as he saw that, I went and downloaded it. I was playing it like while getting ready for work. And
I was
did,
playing
like,
it while watching the
yeah.
puppy earlier.
like 10 rounds I did. And like the highest I got was 12. And then but I realized like they only let you play a level if you made it that far, which I like. Like you
Yeah.
only
Can you explain me the game? Because I think I've heard about it. How does it play?
basically, it's you and 34 other people, and you start on the first level of the original Super Mario. Your goal is to just survive, play through every Mario level, and be the last man standing.
Yes.
So the game lets you pick what level you want to start from, and then of course it starts from 1-1 unless you unlock the other levels. So if you never unlock anything else, all you'll have is those levels that you were able to beat. You even have to beat Bowser too if you reach to the castle. And so basically, if you get a timer, I think it gives you like 100 seconds. Is it like 100 seconds?
It depends.
Or 90 seconds to
Yeah.
make it through a level. If you don't make it through a level in 90 seconds, you automatically get eliminated. If you get, of course, if you die, they still got everything is the same. The mushrooms are in the same place. The flowers are in the same place. The warp pipes are all in the same place. So if you know the Mario game, you know these levels. Like the only thing they changed though was like some of the enemies. They added more enemies to the place. They did that.
Did you realize though that, which it took me a while to realize, because I was like, how the hell do we play this? Because you have boxes on both sides.
Yeah,
Did
they
you
don't
realize
let
the
you.
box that you pick determines, like, every time you kill something, it goes into their level?
Yeah, I didn't even notice that until the end. Yeah, if you kill something, it goes into someone else's level.
That's why there's different
So
colored
that's why I said
Pumbas.
the enemy types are added. Yeah, it goes so it's like makes you want to speed run, but at the same time, if you speed run, you're risking the chance of getting eliminated faster.
Okay.
And I was just taking my damn time. Another thing I didn't like though was that you have to use the D-pad. They force you to use the
Yes.
D-pad. So when I first started, I'm like, the game's not working. Why am I not moving? Can I
You could use the D-pad. Oh, that sucks.
No, but you could
Yeah.
change it. You could change it.
You could change it? Oh, I had no idea.
Yes, you could
forced-
change
I was
it.
like, of course, yeah.
Just settings to change the control scheme.
All right, I'm gonna do that because I was getting mad because I'm like, yo, I could have did so much better if I was using the stick
Yeah,
rather
and the
than
more
the
the more things you kill, the more coins you get, the more
pad.
you can pop the thing on the top screen to get like a random box that
Yeah, it gives
box.
you random items you could spend
Yeah,
your coins on. So if you want to
it's
try and get a
fun.
star and run through the level faster,
Can
you
you
could try and do
can
that.
you have like a private lobby? Like, can we just have a whole bunch of game?
No, I
Oh,
wish, I
I didn't
wish, because
see
I
that
was
as an
gonna do a
option.
tournament. I was
yeah,
gonna do a Gamerish tournament if they let you do private lobbies. But you know how Nintendo did a last to learn when it comes to online and how
yeah, they're
online should
terrible.
work.
They do it on purpose, so that
Yeah,
no one
man.
else could profit from them.
Yeah, so that's that though. As for game news though,
Oh, real
uh,
quick, for all my Warzone people out
You
there,
know
the new
somebody.
season came out,
oh
season
shit,
six of Warzone. Um, I'm excited about that. Do you guys play Warzone at all, or is it just me?
I
Nah,
played only when
when
someone
it first
bugged me
came
to
out.
play it. That's it. But if you bug me to play it, I'll play like 2, 3 rounds with you until I get frustrated.
All
If I
right,
don't
well,
win in like 2 or 3 rounds, I get frustrated. At least when I'm playing Fortnite with my son, we win a lot.
oh, you
So
do?
yeah, my son is. I told my son to start streaming because he plays a lot and he does that creative mode too, and he has these builds in his creative mode. Like I've been telling him to fucking, and he spends all my money on Fortnite. Well, I should say
Mhm.
his money because he has his own debit card now. So every minute I'm getting notifications. Oh, Andre spent more money on V Bucks, V Bucks, V Bucks. That's all he spends his damn money on. So I'm trying to teach him about saving money. So I'm hoping he runs out soon so he could be like, oh, dad, can I get some money for V-Bucks? No, you should have saved your money. So yeah, that's the point of him having his own debit card and account so he could learn about money. But yeah, I'll get on Warzone with you at some point. I want to get on Crash tonight. Want to watch some football, even though the Jets probably losing by 40 points right now.
Yeah.
And yeah, your team's playing. See, that's how bad they are. You don't even know.
I
You
don't
know,
even care, man.
yeah. And also, yeah, and I want to play some Squadron, so I'm gonna download that shit too. I might stay up till
Yeah,
midnight.
stream it and let me see.
Yeah,
Let's
I'll
just
let
see.
you know. I'll definitely if I don't fall asleep because the wife tries to make me go to bed early. Then she falls asleep first. If the wife falls asleep, the PS4 shall beep. Amen.
Exactly, that's the truth.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
That's the married life right there.
I know. I know. So, all right, gaming news. Oh yeah, so I forgot. If for those who don't know, PlayStation Plus games for next month will be Vampire, which just came off of Xbox Game Pass, so I have no use in playing it over again. And Need for
Oh, hey,
Speed.
you played it?
Yeah, I
How
played
was
it.
it?
Ah, man, when you start off, it feels very loose. It's something there. It's like it could be like the Outer Worlds, but I just feel something's missing. It's like 3, 4 hours into the game. Even
What
with the
game?
branching storylines and things happening the way you
Vampire.
want it to, it's just,
Oh, I paid for that
oh yeah, I didn't pay for
when
that.
it
I
came
could have
out.
sworn when it first was announced, I wanted it. I could have sworn that was something me and E said we wanted,
Yeah.
and then when it came out, we never bought it.
Yeah, I bought it
Nope.
launch day.
Yeah, my intuition told me not to buy it, and like it's okay. It's like a 6 out of 10, right? It's a 6. If you want to, yeah, being generous, you give it a 6. But
Might get
um,
that.
yeah, Need for Speed Payback is also coming. I don't even remember playing this game much when it came out. I know I had it, but I don't think I stuck to it long. So, yeah, so there's just that. When it comes to Xbox, your games with gold, Xbox is actually giving away like some a new game for gold this month, which is for Halloween, Made of Scare or Skur, however it's called. That's like this spooky game.
For choose your own adventure.
Nah, I think it's like one of those. It's something on the lines of Amnesia, I
Okay.
believe. I could be wrong. It's like one of those games where you don't have any weapons, but you have to hide from
Hide everywhere.
things and shit inside of a haunted house. So I'm gonna check it out. I could be wrong, but I think that's what it looked like in the trailer I saw. Another one called Slayway Camp Butcher's Cut. Never heard of it. Spinks from Xbox, the original Xbox One, on the big one, and Costume Quest for Xbox from Xbox 360. And then Game Pass wise, Damn. Game Pass, I think they came out with most of their games already. I said, let me just go in the app and just see.
Doom
Most,
came out. Remember the
yeah,
new Doom?
Doom Eternal came out, Night in the Woods, and Warhammer 2 Vermintide, which I'm
Oh,
actually getting
that's
into.
a. I
Yeah,
played a little bit of that. It's an awesome game. It's like
yeah,
left.
man. If you got the right people to play with, that's a real good. I didn't even realize just how the hit detection is what really gets you. Like using melee weapons and just when you swing that hammer, you just feel it when you're beating the shit out of people, man. Like
Yo, we should
smashing
play.
people's heads in, like that shit is feels so good, man. I know I'm talking like I'm young Michael Myers right now, but like that
And
that
it's a
shit.
good looking game too.
I guess that's what haptic feedback is going to give us on the PS5 controls. Like, imagine feeling that feedback when you're swinging on someone. But other than that, yeah. So we also got this week the Call of Duty Zombies trailer. So, Felice, do you care?
Yes,
Like,
I love the zombies
okay.
a lot. So yes, I do care. It was beautiful. It's not unlike any other zombie in terms of it not being beautiful. So I'm excited for that. I We spoke about the game itself, the overall game. Not so much fun with that. Not so excited about that. But I'm probably gonna get it because it's Call of Duty. Let's be real.
What about you? E, you don't care. I know you
Well,
don't.
hey, I watched it.
Oh, okay. All
So
right. What do you think about it?
It's
uh,
multiplayer.
it looked good. I thought it looked good. I was interested in it. I mean, I'm not gonna play it unless it's free. So, but yeah, I thought it looked good. I've never played Call of Duty Zombies. I think I'm missing out though.
Yeah.
It's good.
It's
Yeah.
like
It's really
it's a
good.
really fun game to just like be on the mic and just talk and just like kill zombies.
Uh,
Go through. I think it's like the thing
Boo.
that about zombies is fun is that like you could take it very seriously, look for Easter eggs, do the story, you could do the puzzles, or you could just kill zombies and
Shoot
do
zombies.
that
Yeah.
until at the end
That's
of the.
the. Ah,
So that's
yes.
what I think that's cool about zombies and Black Ops zombies is that like you could choose how you want to play it, and
Right.
they do. They have pretty cool weapons and ray guns.
Yeah, I
It's
saw
a
it. So
fun.
the trailer would look pretty good with some of those weapons.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know Freddie was gonna be excited. As for me, it looked cool. I like, but to me, zombies is always an afterthought because I'm all about Call of Duty story mode. That's all I really care about. That I'm ready to trade the game in. Zombies, you know me. Like the thing is, you said it right there, Freddie. You hit it on the head. The communication on the mic. That's one of the problems I usually have when it comes to Call of Duty Zombies is people like you that are strategizing and how to get through each wave. Then there's guys like me, like motherfuckers. I don't care. I'm just here to kill the zombies, and when I die, I die.
Yeah.
Like is I don't care about the progression. I don't care where this story is going because it's not like Left 4 Dead where you feel like there's an end game to it. When it comes to zombies, I know there's some type of end game to it, each level and stuff, but it doesn't feel like Left 4 Dead. Like
No.
it's like you're going from this war torn story where I just finished crying my eyes out because they killed Ghost in front of me and shit, and now you want me to fight zombies? Like no, it's not. No, you guys already ripped my heart out. Like if I'm here to shoot zombies, I'm just here to fucking like shoot zombies. That's why I'd rather just play a horde mode and shit
Yeah.
than rather like every time you be talking to me like, hey, when you come down here, like you and Mo, every time I'm playing with Mo's always has this whole map memorized and he's like, yo, let's go here and oh, don't buy your weapon yet. You're gonna need it when we get to round 3. And
Yeah,
I'm
that's
just
true.
like, what are you talking? I don't care. I just want to get the highest level weapon if I got the money for it. I just want to shoot things. Like I don't care about having enough points to open this gate. I don't care about fucking getting this golden chest with this hidden key or skull inside of it. Like, I just want to shoot things. That's when it comes to zombies. It's good to have the extra mode in there, but I'm one of the oddballs, guys. If you invite me to your party, I will not be listening to you. I will just be doing my own thing, unless it says
Yeah.
that player BK Brawler, please meet them at the gate, like Avengers has me doing. Like then then you guys are just gonna be waiting for me to finish killing things, and then I'll show up when I feel like it. So but it's great that it's there, but it doesn't hype me up as much as a Call of Duty story. But glad
Yep.
that it's So we also got announced. We saw it at the PS5 because they changed up the Spider-Man character. They began a lot of heat about this. I honestly don't care because I'm not playing that story over again. I don't know why other people fucking care because why you're gonna. I thought people were buying that game for Miles Morales. I didn't know people were waiting for the PS5 to get your new Spider-Man game because none of us knew that the Spider-Man game was gonna be on PS5 when it first came out. So I don't know why you're mad. Like if this is gonna be your first time playing the Spider-Man game, whatever, because you didn't know the guy that was in the original Spider-Man game anyway until you saw him. And so for those that are replaying, also, why do you care? Because you did been there and did this shit already. All right,
I
no
think
amount of graphics is just gonna make me just go and play a game over again just because you said, hey, look how much better the graphics are, other than Halo 1. But
yeah.
yeah.
I was gonna say I think again going back to my Spider-Man stuff. I at first was like a little upset, like why they change the character model, and then I looked at the comparison video, and like honestly, they both look like there's nothing special about the old one. So I get like why do you really care at the end of the day? But I think people are getting upset because the new version looks younger, and and I think that's the problem. Is like people say like he should like be the big brother to Miles Morales, but when Peter Parker looks like the same age as Miles Morales, that's when people are getting a little upset. But it's all like it's not that serious. I think people just are bored.
Remember his face until
really.
they.
Me either. That's
did
what I'm saying.
that
Like
I didn't even know how he looked like. I
Yeah.
was like, oh, I didn't even remember that shit. So, what
They
about
all
you?
look the same. Sorry, Felice, you go.
I think that people are whiny and that it's dumb to be upset about graphics being upgraded. Realistically, that's what we want. That's what we're moving towards. I think he looks more like the actor that plays him now, the new version in PS5. So it's like, get over it. Like, stop being whiny. You're gonna pay your money. You're gonna play the game. I did think that they did change some things though, other than the graphics and the frame rate. They did add some new suits. So people who played it previously, and obviously your saves are not going over for the PS4 Spider-Man game. Yeah, they have new suits, so it's like it's incentive if you're a Spider-Man head to buy the new one. Obviously the price is more expensive with the remastered edition because it has the Morales and the game, so it's like $70. So you'd be doubling down on it because you probably spent 60 on it. But I mean, I like it. I mean, so what? He's younger. He does not look like Miles Morales, realistically, in terms of age-wise. For me, Miles Morales looks younger than what he was created as. But realistically, black don't crack. Let's be real. So he's gonna look young for many years ahead. And also, if you think about Spider-Man on a genetics level, like he's gonna look young. He looks young for a long time because of all things that he's mixed with. If you think of the comics. So what? That's our bad. We care more about women as a comic character than we do about like I don't know. I'm just like, so what?
People just like to whine. I don't know why no one they've been making this clear that there's gonna be games that are gonna lose things because they're getting upgraded, including, which I didn't bring up last week, NBA 2K21, where a lot of people I guess haven't realized that those of you that are going hard on your My Career mode, 2K said you're losing all that progress, which made me not even care anymore about playing My Career. I just went straight to the court. So you better hope that your character transfers over as well with all that BC we spent. But those of you who don't know, 2K21 will not carry over your My Career information. You will be starting all over. But back to Spider-Man. You had any thoughts on it?
I thought the new actor did look a little bit better. I do agree with Felice. I think he did look more like Tom Holland, which would make sense. But like I said on Facebook, as long as the characters don't look like they're all wearing wigs like they did originally, I'm fine. Because almost everyone in the original game looked like they were wearing wigs. Like the hair didn't look real. But
I guess that's why they showed Miles's hair in that one snapshot so people could see how detailed it looked.
Yeah, maybe.
Does anybody plan on buying it?
I already had to. GameStop made me. GameStop, baby, I had to buy the $780 bundle. Yeah, so
Jesus.
yeah, I had to pay for that one. That's all that was available. Got my 2 controllers, my
You got
headset,
geeked,
my charging
FYI.
thing, my 2
But
games,
yeah.
yeah, and the console. So I got everything coming. Um, but on to other news. Today was announced a new Smash character. And we got Steve from Minecraft. Now I I don't want to say I have a lot to say about this. I thought it was gonna be something more uh, better. Like I guess this was a surprise. No one was expecting a Minecraft guy from Minecraft to be in it. Um, Surprising to say, but I'm like, how does this? I don't know. I didn't watch the video. I know there was a 45-minute video after on how his character would play out. I didn't watch it, but me seeing the gameplay while they were showing him off, I wasn't too intrigued by it, but it doesn't excite me to want to buy the next fighter pass. I could say that much. I say it's a smart move by Nintendo for getting the younger generation who's like Minecraft, Minecraft, Minecraft to be like, oh shit, look at this. There's a Minecraft character in this. Mom, dad, please, we need this character to play in Smash Bros. So money wise, smart move by Nintendo. If you want to get to your main hardcore fan base, I think it wasn't that great of a move. What about you, E? I'll get you out the way with this one first.
Hey, so you're saying that you think, I'll just repeat the last thing you said, that you think it's a way to get the young kids?
Yeah, the young kids to convince their parents to buy the character.
You don't think that they're already playing Smash?
No, I think they're playing it, but I don't think, like, say if they put out maybe if they brought Dante into the game, like
Right.
the little kids whose parents ain't buying them no rated M game, don't know who Dante is.
Right.
So less money come in because they're like, who the hell's Dante?
Right.
You
Yeah, I don't care. So, whatever. I don't play either. So
I know. That's why I said I'll ask you first. What about you, Freddie? Fred, you hear us?
It's I think honestly it feels like it's getting towards the end of Super Smash Bros. On this version of it. It's like these are like the characters you throw away, or they're like a pre-order special. There's just this is like, hey, I bet you next week we get like a Fortnite character, like a generic Fortnite character in Super Smash.
That. I was like, if
It's
they
just
want to
like-
make real money, they go for.
I think this is just like, hey, we said we're gonna give you 5-6 people. Or here's Steve from Minecraft, and it might sell, but like you don't play Minecraft because Steve's in there. You play Minecraft to build stuff. So I don't know what the audience. I mean, like, I just think it just feels like they're kind of just like really just. I mean, from all the Nintendo characters that's left, it's probably not too many, but like the crossovers they're doing, they could have done something more exciting than this.
And hey, Sony ponies, look at Microsoft making some money. Because Microsoft owns that studio. For those who are wondering how Microsoft is going to put Bethesda games on PlayStation when all of you are going to end up paying Microsoft to play their games and you're all going to pretend like they're not making money. I know how it's going to be in the next year or so. What about you, Felice? You had any feelings about this?
I actually do. I think that you guys are making it too simple in reference to being throwaway characters. Realistically, Minecraft sells. It's a big market. Literally, since 2020, it's sold over 200 million copies, and that's before the recent DLC popped up. So if you combine that with the fact that Xbox made those big moves with their selections on the new console, the choices with the Game Pass, as you said earlier, a previous podcast, that Microsoft wants to just sell Game Pass, not consoles. So also the fact that they made the Bethesda part of their community because they bought the parent company of that. By doing these moves and still selling the games to other distributors, like for instance Nintendo, who never wants to sell their stuff to anyone, it's a boss move, and those characters are just a representation of that. Yeah, maybe we don't like them because we don't play Minecraft. I mean, I kind of play Minecraft.
Well, I play Minecraft.
Yeah, I play Minecraft too.
But my point is that it's not only is it a boss move, it's super smart because they just interjected Smash Brothers. That's super fucking smart if you think about it, on so many so many levels. So sleeping on, granted, we think they're trash characters. They're probably it's so smart. They just released their last DLC that we spoke about like maybe 2 weeks ago or a week ago. The Ice DLC thing that they released. So it makes sense that they did this. Like they're only going to continue to do more and then continue to interject their brand into other places and still make money. So it's granted, will I want to play with them? I probably won't, but there's gonna be some little kid that's gonna like be somewhere in middle USA or somewhere in some other European or Asian country, and they're gonna be playing this character, and it's gonna be like the best character, and it's gonna be part of like their some sort of a what do you call it?
Someone could always
Competitive thing.
someone that makes these characters their most powerful character.
Yeah, and then everyone's gonna be wanting to play it, like people who will Overwatch, and they're like, "Oh, this character sucks," and then this one person plays this one character, like May, and then apparently she's like the most amazing character. So I won't sleep on it. I won't sleep on it.
You gonna play Super Smash Steve Edition? No, I guess not.
I mean, I
there's
have a
also
point.
Alex.
No?
You could put on the
I have a
costume
point.
of Alex, so she could get the female version too. Alex up in there. But I wonder who went to who though. Did Nintendo go to Microsoft, or did Microsoft go over to Nintendo and say, "Hey"?
That.
You know, like, because remember they got
True.
Ori. They could have did Ori. I see Ori
that would
as
have been more
being a
exciting.
better Smash character than Steve. from
Imagine like
Minecraft.
Crash Bandicoot or Spyro. So, like those are characters that like I would like play it right now. You know,
Well,
I love
Sony
Super
hasn't been
Smash.
willing, other than well, I can't even say that Sony because Metal Gear is on every console now. So, so yeah, Sony hasn't been willing to give their characters away. Like, imagine a day where we see Master Chief in Smash. Like that would be crazy. You know, we see Master Chief show up.
It'd be
in
closer
there.
than you think.
You know, yeah, I
Probably
know.
for sure.
I know. All right, but other than that, that's like all real game news. Last up, I had the NPDs. You know, I got the NPDs of August and stuff. You know, so first I wanted to start out with the top 20 games. This is physical and full game digital from Nintendo, PlayStation, Steam, Xbox, all that. I'm gonna go through the top 20. And then I'll see what you guys think the top 10 are. And this is for the top 20 games of August. Number 20, which in July was 34, Luigi's Mansion 3. Number 19 from 41 in July, Final Fantasy 7 Remake. Number 18 is Super Mario Odyssey, going up from 26. Tom Clancy Rainbow Six Siege, number 17, going down from 13. Super Mario Party still selling, up to 16 from 27. Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe went down 1 from 14 to 15. PGA Tour 2K21 is 14, first time hitting this list. Minecraft PlayStation 4 edition went from 11 to 13. I guess it's about to go up, right, Felice? You know, The Last of Us 2 went from number 4 in July to number 12. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild went from 12 up 1 spot to 11. And then what do you guys think are the top 10? Yeah, you guys can go ahead and blurt out names. I'll let you know if you got it. Grand Theft Auto is...
Ghost Tsushima.
Holy shit. Grand Theft Auto is not on the top 10. Oh, no, wait. I'm in the wrong one. My bad. So Grand Theft Auto is... Oh, it actually isn't in the top 20.
Wow.
Hey, yeah, wow. This is
We're making moves. Yeah.
Yeah, from the top 20. Yeah. So far for August, yeah, Grand Theft Auto got pushed out. Anything else?
Madden.
Felice said Ghosts.
Ghost, yes. Ghost went from number 1 to number 4.
Yeah.
Wow.
What about Madden 2K?
Madden is number 1.
What? That's disgusting.
Wow.
That's
disgusting.
Number 1. But they put a note here that as per usual, every year, some way, somehow, Madden always becomes number 1 for August. This has been going on.
The votes are rigged. The votes are rigged.
Huh?
The votes are rigged.
It's Madden, man. It sells, you know. It's football. Plus, we were fiending for football, you know. So even though this is one of the worst rated Maddens ever, like people are still fiending for their football.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I saw a stat. Oh no, go ahead.
Wait, that's for August or July?
This is August.
It's not. It's not Flight Simulator.
Flight Simulator is not here yet. No, Flight Simulator is not here. Okay, remember, this is the one for all platforms. All platforms, top 20 for August. And this is including digital downloads as well.
Okay.
All right, you guys want me to just go through the rest?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so number 2, UFC 4. Number 3, Call of Duty dropped from number 2 to number 3. I said Ghost of Tsushima dropped from 1 to 4. Animal Crossing stuck at 5 from July. Ring Fit Adventure still at 6. Mario Kart 8 went up from 8 to 7. Smash Brothers went up from 9 to 8. And Paper Mario went down from 3 to 9. And Mortal Kombat 11 from 7 to 10. So that's your top 20. Now I got the top 10 selling games all year now. So far for the year, what do you guys think number 1 is?
Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah. I was just-
Minecraft.
Grand Theft Auto was this is
Joking.
the first month in a long time. Grand Theft Auto has been dropped from
Wow,
both
from top
lists.
10.
Grand Theft
Wow.
Auto is not here. So I'll tell you number 10, Mortal Kombat 11. Is the number 10 and number 9, Mario Kart 8. Number 8 is MLB The Show.
Wow.
Yep. Number 7, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Number 6 is Madden. Number 5, Ghost of Tsushima. Number 4, Final Fantasy VII Remake. Number 3, Last of Us Part 2. Number 2, Animal Crossing. And number 1, Call of Duty Modern Warfare. So that's your top selling games of the year so far, people. I know I expect to see that change when Cyberpunk comes out. I expect to see some moves.
I hope.
It better. Like, especially
it better.
with the news about crunch. I didn't put that in the reel with the whole crunch thing because that's just the gaming world now. Sucks to be them, but happy to be me. So when that game comes out, your crunch is my heaven. I love you guys for that. Hope you guys are getting paid something good for that.
How do you feel about that? Like
Well,
being
what
like, how you feel about like being pressured, like them being pressured to like work overtime to like get this game out?
Oh yeah, that's fucking awful. I mean, but we've heard it before. It just seems like a common story in video games nowadays. But
You
it's
got anything to say about it real quick before we sign off?
police. Is
Yep.
that what you're asking?
What was that? Can you repeat it?
Yeah, I'll say, do you have anything to say about the crunch time for Cyberpunk? How the employees are being treated before we go?
Well, that's just what's being reported. It's not like it doesn't happen on a regular basis. I know plenty of people, well, actually, know a couple of people who actually work in the industry who work like slaves. So, it's only being reported now. That's the only difference.
Right.
Is it wrong? Of course it's wrong. Do we win our games? Yeah.
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 That's why I said, let me just be honest. I hate that they're going through it, but I want to break. If you're going to delay Cyberpunk this many times, you better give me greatness. Because I would have taken it however it was all those months ago. I don't give a fuck what was missing. I don't care what these people would have said about our glitches, blah, blah, blah. You would have bought the fucking game anyway. So I don't care. The next Elder Scrolls, yeah. All you Sony ponies talking about it's going to be
Can you stop
mad.
calling us Sony ponies, though?
What? Why?
Because that's not nice.
I don't care about nice. It's me. You guys don't have to call them Sony ponies. I don't care about people's feelings when it comes to fanboyism.
So Xbox ponies?
I don't care. I play everything, so I can get
Same.
categorized as the ultimate gamer. You just call me that. So it's whatever. But yeah. So I guess that's the end, guys. Thank all those that are watching. Once again, subscribe. Hit the bell for us, please. Tell your friends, share our videos around, join our Facebook group, join our Instagram group. what you call it again, Patreon is being reworked, so that is down. I eliminated that off our Facebook page. I eliminated it off our link tree. If you want to join us, though, we'll have the link in the comments or the description. So you guys click on that and join all our stuff right from there. I'm gonna skip the quotes, for this week, unless you have something to say, E, since you won't be with us next week.
No, I'm good.
So that's it, people. Good night. Peace out.